Welcome everybody to our Green Acres. I'm so glad you came over to our channel today. And if you are new to my channel, I want to introduce myself. My name is Teresa. In today's video, I'm going to show y'all how we can make 10 Christmas decor pieces using some Dollar Tree items. I'm also going to show you some new transfers that I have received. And also, this video is sponsored by HIIPOO water slide and transfer paper. So I'm going to make some projects using their products and just show you how easy it is to make some really easy Christmas home decor for our homes. I hope y'all enjoy the video, and I hope you get lots of inspiration and ideas for your home for the holiday season. If you haven't joined my Facebook home decor page, I'd love for you to go over and join it. And also go over and join and follow me over on Pinterest and Instagram. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd love for you to. And also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a video. Thanks so much. Okay y'all, let's get started. Today's video is sponsored by HIIPOO products. I've used the water slide paper in the past and I did a previous video on it. Today is the first day I've tried out the transfer paper. So I'm going to show y'all a couple of projects. I'm going to turn them into some Christmas decor and show you how easy it is to transfer our graphics onto some fabric and make some really cute Christmas decor. So the first project I'm going to use the transfer paper on is going to be a pillow. Now I purchased this pillowcase at Walmart in the craft section, and I'm also going to link a pack of 4 that's very inexpensive, less than $14 in my Amazon store. So if you can't find these, go over to my Amazon store and they will be in craft supplies. Basically this is just a canvas pillow cover. It zips and we can add our own pillow to it. Now you'll want an inkjet printer to use this transfer paper, and you just want to insert it into your printer with the grid side down. You want the plain white side up, and you can pick any graphic that you want to print. I purchased this from Etsy and I'll link it down below. I think this was beautiful. Now once you get it printed out, you want to let it dry really well. I just set mine up for a while, let it dry. Once it's dry, you cut it out. You want to cut as much of the white off of your graphic as you can. Now to place it onto my pillowcase, I just kind of measured, so when I go to lay it down, I'll know where to put it. You always want to press down the area that you're going to put your transfer. This is very important. So I just used my heat press and I went over my pillowcase and I pressed it out. Now you want to remove that white backing. You want to apply your graphic. You want to cover it with some parchment paper, and then you want to put either a very hot iron, you can also use an iron, or your heat press. And I set mine for 28 seconds on 335 degrees. Now this graphic was a little large, so I had to do it in sections. Once you have it heated on to your surface, you just want to peel away that parchment paper, and look what a beautiful pillow this made, y'all. Okay, the second project I'm going to show you using the transfer paper is going to be this embroidery hoop stand. I purchased this at a yard sale for $10. You can see the base is kind of is layering up, so we took it outside, used some wood glue and some clamps on it, and fixed the base. Next, I'm going to cut out a piece of fabric. I'm going to use a piece of drop cloth. I'm going to trace around my embroidery hoop just so I will have a template of where to center my graphic. You want to press your drop cloth or your fabric really well, and then you want to remove that backing off of your graphic, and then I'm just going to place it in the center of my template that I made with my embroidery hoop. You'll want to place some parchment paper down over it, and then I'm going to use my heat press. Again, I'm going to do 335 degrees, and I'm going to heat it for 28 seconds. take it off, remove your parchment paper, and look what a great transfer that is. Now I'm going to just place it back in my embroidery hoop. I'll go around the edges with some scissors and trim it up on the back, and I think this made a great Christmas decor piece. I also want to mention here these awesome snowshoes, y'all, and the greenery that you see that is paired with the little jingle bells and also the little candle ring wreath. These products came from my good friends over at Summers Market Floral and Home Decor. I'm going to leave a link to their shop down in my description box. Make sure to go out and shop their website. They have some amazing products, and you will also see more of their items in my Christmas home tour. Okay, this project I'm going to show y'all how to make a very easy stocking out of drop cloth. Now my friends Melissa and Dawn over JUNQUE and Disorderly Gals, make sure to go over and follow them on Instagram. They inspired me with these stockings. They make these, and I purchased a couple from them because they made theirs out of a muslin that was tea stained, and they were absolutely gorgeous, and I love these stockings. I know you've seen me feature them in some of my previous videos. Well, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make one out of drop cloth. I just took one, I traced around it with 2 pieces of my drop cloth, but you can use any fabric that you want, and then I went on my sewing machine, but you could also hot glue around this if you don't want to sew it. I always leave an inseam to where I can throw it in the washing machine and the dryer, and it'll come out and it'll have these really frayed, worn edges, and then you'll just want to trim it up, and then you've got a really cute little easy stocking. Now I've also got a new stencil, and I purchased this from Etsy from Wall Cuts, and I'm going to leave her link below. And also this is a great stencil, y'all. You know, it's a big graphic, but I'm just going to use the part that says Christmas. I'm going to go over it with my Jamie Ray vintage stencil brush. I love it, and I'm going over it with some ink chalk paint, and then just lift it off, and look what a great little easy stocking. Now I think these would make great gifts. You know, if you want to fill it up with some candies, or maybe give somebody, you know, a bottle of wine or some sparkling juice or something like that in a bottle, I think these would make great little you know, gift wraps for those. Now, to put a hanger on it, I'm just taking a piece of drop cloth hem. I'm just going to glue it together and then glue it in that corner and just press it down really good. You've got a really easy hanger. Now, to hang my stockings this year, I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to repurpose a couple of stocking hangers that I've had for many years. You know, they're pretty the way they are, but I'm going to show you how we can just add a little shabby chic to them. I'm going to spray paint them white, then I'm going to distress them with a little sandpaper around the edges. I'm going to add some more transfers, y'all. These are new. Make sure to go over and check out my friend Jackie over at Ruth and Ruby. I'll link her below, but she gives y'all a 10% discount, so make sure to get the discount code. But I'm going to use the traditional Potts transfer book. I'm just going to cut out, you know, little pieces that are small enough that'll fit on my little stocking hangers. I'm going to transfer these on with my scraper, and look what a great transformation these made. I love my little stocking hangers now, and I can't wait to hang my stockings on them. Okay, the next project I'm going to show y'all how to use the water slide paper. Now, I've done a previous video on it, and I did some fall projects using this paper. So I love this. This is a great alternative if you don't want to have to get out your Mod Podge or your glue. This paper works really well. Basically, it's like it says. We're going to put it in some water, and it's going to lift off. Now, we're going to need some Mod Podge or a clear sealer for this project. Now, I'm going to take some little sleighs that I found at Dollar Tree. I picked up one of each design. So if you see these, pick these up. I'm going to use one today in this project, and we're going to use this one. Now, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to put some watered down brown craft paint on it. I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to put my candle wax over it. I'm going to paint it with linen white chalk paint, and I'm going to distress it. Now I'm going to take this sheet that I got off the Graphics Fairy, and I'll link these down below. And what I love about the water slide paper is print these little tags. You've got a whole sheet. You take it outside. You want to Mod Podge with the spray. You want to spray the Mod Podge on it 3 times. So you do one spray, you let it dry, you go back out, you spray it a second time, let it dry a third time. That's very important that you seal it very well 3 times with the Mod Podge spray. Once it is finished and you've got it dry, then you just cut out the image that you want, and then I'm going to take one and I'm going to just apply it to this little sled. And like I say, I just painted it and I distressed my sleigh just to give it an aged look. And then you always want to immerse your water slide paper graphic down into water, and it only takes a few seconds for it to start working, and you'll feel it when it's ready. You'll know, because it will start coming apart from the little white back. And then you just apply it to your base. You take a little paper towel or a piece of tissue and you just work over it and get some of the excess water off, and that's all you do. And then you set it up and allow it to dry. And that is how easy it is. And look how cute this little sleigh that we got at Dollar Tree, y'all. How cute it turned out. You'd never know that was a little $1 sleigh from Dollar Tree. Okay, the next project, I'm going to give you more ideas and inspiration on how to use the water slide paper. And I love vintage Christmas graphics. This is another Graphics Fairy. It'll be linked below, but I love her. I just took her, I printed her out on the water slide paper, and always the shiny side of the paper will go up on your printer. And remember, spray it with Mod Podge 3 times. Once it's dry, then I cut it out, and I'm going to repurpose this cutting board. I did a video back in the fall where I put the bunny, the harvest, and it was a water slide project also. So now I've got the other side, and I love doing 2-sided projects. That way, like me, I have a small home, so storage to me is, a full-time trick. I mean, I have to keep things, whittled down to where I have room to store things. So if you've got one piece and you can flip it around for different seasons, that's a win-win. So now I'm going to put a Christmas image on the back of it. So when fall's over, all I have to do is flip this little cutting board over, and voila, we got a Christmas decor piece. So I'm just doing the same thing. I just immersed my graphic down into the water until it was ready to lift off of the white piece, and then I applied it to my cutting board, and then I'm just going around it, and I'm dabbing it with a little paper towel and getting the excess water off, and just added an embellishment. And look how easy and cute this turned out.
Let's go outside. The snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs.
Now I'm going to show you how we can take some ornaments that I ordered from Amazon, and I'm going to have these linked below. You get, I don't know how many's in a pack, but it's a whole case of them. And these are kind of like little flat backs. They're not round. They've kind of got like a little flat image to them. And then I just took the hook off of it. I took it outside and I spray painted it white. I'm going to take some more of these little round tags. I'm going to cut around it, and again I'm going to immerse it in water. I'm going to get it to where it will slide off the paper, and I'm going to apply this to an ornament. And these are so easy to make, and they were so much fun. Now, to make your water slide paper slide a lot better once you get it down your surface, you wet your surface. You saw me with my fingertips right there, just wet the top of that ornament. Just get a little bit of water on it, and then that way your image will slide around and move around easy for when you put it down, and you can get it adjusted where you want it. And again, just dab off the excess water, and now we've just made a beautiful Christmas ornament. Now these would be great if you are a reseller, you want something inexpensive and easy and quick to make. I think these ornaments would be perfect. Now I'm just taking the little hook that I took out. I want it to look a little bit more aged to go with my vintage graphic, and I just put some brown craft paint on it.
And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to transform one of these little wooden Dollar Tree cutouts. This one says Merry and Bright, and I'm just going to give it a little vintage look. I'm going to go over it with some watered down brown craft paint, then I'm going to chalk paint it white, and then I'm going to go around it with my plastic scraper, and I'm going to distress it around the edges. Once I get it distressed, then I'm going to take an iron orchid design. I got this stamp from Jackie at Ruth and Ruby, and remember, she's going to be linked below. She gives y'all a 10% discount, but I love this one. This one is Kindest Regards. So this is a very large stamp. So what we're going to do is you just want to go, and the first thing you want to do when you get a stamp is you want to kind of go over it very lightly with a piece of sandpaper, and this will just prep your stamp. And you only have to do this one time, and this is before your first use. So then I'm just kind of putting my little wood lay down just to see where I want to place it, because once the ink is on it, I need to place it where I want it to go because I can't move it. So then you just want to ink down your pad, and I'm just using the iron orchid. My ink is gray, and then I just go over it and make sure that my whole stamp is covered in ink, and then I'm going to lay this down face down. Now you could do this reverse. You could have just laid your wood lay down and put your stamp on top of it. And then I just pressed it in really good. I let it dry, and I added a pearl handle to it. I just, hot glued a little piece of pearl ribbon that I had, and look how pretty this is. Now you can hang this on your Christmas tree. You could, put this, on your little stocking hangers. So many things you can do with these little $1 pieces from Dollar Tree.
And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas, a moment we'll fill with love and joy. Loving so beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you. I don't need any presents, as long as I spend this day with you. So beautiful, kissing on a mistletoe, baby, with you.
Okay, the next project I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to transform this little embroidery hoop. I did a video a couple weeks ago, and I put a graphic in it. Now I'm going to show you with that little traditional pots transfer pack that I just got. I'm going to use it again because I love this package right here. It's got so many great graphics in it, and I'm excited to use it. So I'm just going to take one, the little angel. I think this one to me represents Christmas, so I'm just going to peel the white backing off. I'll place it on my little piece of drop cloth. Y'all, I have tons of drop cloth right now left over from my daughter's wedding. I don't know if y'all saw that video, but we had a wedding for her in September, a rustic outdoor, so we had a lot of drop cloth that we used in it. So that's why I'm using what I have. So I just kind of went over it. I transferred it onto my drop cloth, and then we'll put it back in my little embroidery hoop and just show you what a cute little inexpensive and easy Christmas ornament this makes. And these little ornaments like this, they are so unique and different. And then once I got it in the embroidery hoop, I just went around it on the back and just, trimmed up the edges, and I added a little bow, and look how pretty this turned out.
As long as I spend this day with you, and in a while we're gone.
Okay, y'all, the last project, and it's going to be an easy one. You want to take one of those little Dollar Tree snow globes. We're going to take the top off of it. I'm going to use one of these little galvanized lids. These are from Amazon. I'm going to have these linked to my store. They fit perfect, and it gives this more of a little farmhouse rustic look. I added some really sentimental items in it. I put a picture of my dad. You can put any kind of little vintage mementos, family photos, just things that bring happy memories to you. Just put them in your little snow globe, and I added a little lace hanger, and I hung this on my tree. Now, what a great and unique piece. And every time you look at this, you're going to have fond memories of your family and friends. Okay, y'all, we're at the end of the video. It's time for me to tell y'all goodbye. I want to tell HIIPOO a huge thank you for sponsoring my video today, and please go out, click on their link below in my description box, go out and shop their website and check out all of their products, because you will really enjoy making things with the things that they design and make. So I want to thank all of y'all for coming over today. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and as always, I love y'all, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, y'all.